Mayors. We don't want that line abandoned, Mayor Benedetti. We want trains to run on that line, Mayor McMurtry, and buses certainly can't run with trains. And Mayor Benedetti, in the June 6, 2007 West Island edition of the Suburban, Darren Becker said that the Green Coalition has a tendency to maybe jump the gun. I don't think that this is jumping the gun. This is not virtual reality. There is a building there, and a train can't pass through. And it's tragic, Mayor McMurtry, that you and your planning has destroyed a potential line of transit that would serve the central spine of the West Island. In the same article, Kristen Morency says about Mayor Benedetti that the Doney Spur is not really viable for public transit. Then I say, what is viable for public transit? This is a central, important, viable project. Now, I have two articles here, Mayor Benedetti, stating that the Green Coalition truly supports the Dorval Rail Shuttle, but that doesn't exclude the Doney Spur as the third rail of the West Island. It took me going out there, taking pictures of this last Friday, 45 minutes to go back by car on the truck and car congested Highway 40, the parallel 40. Can't you tell me how long would it have taken me had there been rail transit? This is the question, Mr. Chairman. How long would it have taken to take this train, this Dayliner, or any type of light rail train? How long would it have taken me to get from the terrarium to Côte-Fort 2 by train?
Mr. Benedetti, you care to answer? Or?
Well, would it have taken 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know. Okay, go on.
He said he didn't know.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have another question? Short
one?
Yes,
I do. Yes, I do. Granted, the West Island mayors and the cities don't consider the Doney Spur to be a priority, but this line is strategic and should be conserved and rail-banked for future use. People like former MNA Thomas Mulcair have supported this concept in the past. And why, Mr. Mayor, allow development on the former line? Why not rail bank the line and don't have more Home Depots?
Well, again, the article he's quoting from the paper was a personal opinion I expressed in that I didn't think that for a whole bunch of reasons, some of which have been outlined by Mr. McMurtry, that this is not viable. Or also, if you talk to the people who operate the De Montagne line, there's technical problems by merging extra traffic onto an already crowded line. So I suggested that the Green Coalition, for which I have a great deal of respect, as they know, devote their efforts to building a coalition around the idea of getting the airport shuttle extended into the West Island as a viable addition to transit on the West Island, and we can then deal with the STM, with you perhaps someday, and get better linkage with the buses with this improved train service. And that is where I think at this point that we should be putting our effort. That's my personal belief. That has nothing to do with Mr. McMurtry and Point Clear. It's strictly my own.
Thank you.
I'd like to present this to the Mayor of Beaconsfield. These two articles and
Thank you,
these
sir.
photos. Thank you.
Madame Fotopoulos, êtes-vous d'accord pour... Il reste un intervenant en principe la période de questions.